I'm Dr. Tuepenz.
And I'm Gaplord.
Collectively, we are the Juice Crew Villains. I just spit all over my computer.
You spitting all the time.
I see that shit fly out my mouth. Man, you know.
I'm still hungover. Sometimes I wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Make my sandwich with the wrong side of the bread. Thought I made it by a landslide, but instead I'm still hungover. Sometimes I make the wrong phone call after dark. Sometimes I make the wrong turn, then I have to park. I know exactly how this ends, but I have to start. I still come over. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life, and I'm not living it right, but I don't give a damn. Sometimes I wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Make my sandwich with the wrong side of the bread. Thought I made it by a landslide, but instead I'm still hungover. Sometimes I make the wrong phone call after dark. Sometimes I make the wrong turn, then I...
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. So today we're here to discuss something that we feel is very important that the people should know and look into and, just be aware of. We want to talk about the sexual revolution. What is the sexual revolution, you may ask? I'm glad you asked.
Break it down.
It's a social movement that challenged traditional codes of behavior related to sexuality and interpersonal relationships from the 60s to 80s, resulted in liberalized attitudes towards sex and morality. That sums up what the sexual revolution was and is. So, Dr. Tuepenz, we would like your input on what you think and feel about the sexual revolution.
Man, this is so funny. This is one of the funniest things I've ever seen because of how out of control it's gotten as a result. But I mean, we just look at the history. The first sexual revolution started in the 1870s, if you didn't know, and it was a form of sex education. And that was with Margaret Sanger and Mary Ware Dennett. They sought liberation through birth control and also talking about sexual experimentation before marriage.
What year was this?
1870.
1870.
1870.
Margaret who?
Sanger and Mary Ware Dennett started, talking about birth control, not having kids, not having babies, and sexual experimentation before marriage. That was in 1870. Baby mamas began to rise in the 1950s. Going into the 1960s, the pill was introduced. Now they can get on the birth control pill, make it real easy. Just pop a pill and go for your thrill. They kind of also encourage women to not be mothers anymore. Women stopped wanting to be a mother, not wanting to be a husband. They just want to be free. So then we get also the feminist movement crafted the idea of freedom through sex in the 1960s as well. Then in the 1970s, the media pushed it for through big business sex sales. That became a big thing in the 1970s, and going into, also 1969, there was a porn introduced. Interesting facts. 1971, 75% of Americans said they believe that premarital sex is okay. 35% of Americans said that marriage was obsolete. This is in 1971. And this is after the biggest push of the sexual revolution, which came in the 1960s with all the other revolutions, you know what I'm saying, and that supposedly came about from it. But, it really just sounded like we opened the gates of hell. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's what it was about. Because when you look at the black history, you know, you always say the cocaine 70s, crack rock 80s, and the gangbang, and 90s, and the fake gangster rappers of the 2000s and present day. You know what I'm saying? But this is like something people is encouraging, and now y'all still talking about free, and I'm glad we talking about freedom on this great day. It's a great day, July 4th. That's why I brought my shirt. I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just t-shirt it down. We lit. This is July 4th. Happy Independence Day." Yeah. Even though y'all not gonna see us on Independence Day, but this is from the Daily Word from my Aunt Norma. Shout out to my Aunt Norma Jean. For freedom, Christ has set us free. Galatians 5. Yeah! What the hell y'all talking about? How sex gonna set you free?
Yeah. You know, what is sexual liberation? So, you know, during this time, you know, the feminist movement was booming. So, and the hippie movement, the sexual revolution. So, it was basically sexual liberation is like to engage in sex without, you know, that's, yeah, it's like was that like promoting like more sex, I guess, like to just sleep with anyone. I'm not sure what sexual liberation really is. It doesn't sound really productive or good for society. But you know, whatever. During this time, you know, the feminist movement began to boom, and women could now engage in sex without the risk of frequency if they wanted, which promoted more non-productive sex. So it's like
free hoes.
Yeah, it's like now during this time, you know, the feminist movement boom, like birth control. So now it's like the risk is lower now because you can have sex liberated and sleep with as many people as you want because you have something to protect you from having kids, which that promotes a bad behavior.
And single parent home.
Yeah. Woo. Man, ain't that something?
They got y'all slipping.
Yeah. So I guess the feminist movement, they kind of sought to free women from social and moral confines. Like, because that's a sense of morality. Like, you know, I feel like they feel like morality is constraining them because, you know, most Christian is like sex until you're married. And this is saying no sex anytime you want. And now they're saying sex when you're a kid. And as soon as you're born, you just sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're promoting sex now. Now it's led to a point where they're promoting sex to children. So this is what these things started, and then it started things like the hippie movement, and which was just about having sex and not wearing deodorant. And
come on now, just like all the Black Lives Matter people. Not all, but definitely a large majority.
So my question to you is, could that be why morality is now being blurred and defined as subjective? Like there's no solid line for morality now.
Yes, it is a definite effect. It's obvious, and you know, it's no, we always try to, you know, keep it G with everybody. I understand that not all the feminist members are, you know, with this type of behavior. I understand it's a select group of people, it's individuals, it's a case by case scenario. But let's just be real. The majority of the people that supported this type of behavior and movement are kind of like the cause of what's going on with the country. That's why you see crime out of control, drugs, people just going crazy. Everybody want to feel good and nobody don't want to live good. You know what I mean? Like you can feel good by living good. You'll feel a lot better by living a cleaner lifestyle. I'm speaking on that from a personal perspective, from a person who wasn't always living that type of lifestyle. You know what I mean? But now I see the difference. I can see the difference in myself then, and I can see the difference in myself now. And that's why I'm able to speak on this shit so adamantly. I didn't really want to cuss, but I had to.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta let it out.
Yeah, man. But it's just crazy though. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that people thought that, like, people still believe that having sex is gonna free you from your problems. Like you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't fuck your problems away. It just
doesn't make sense. So let me give you a few more gems. So with the hippies and the free love, you know, hippies and free love movement, all those glamorized, this movement had many problems aside from people not wearing the deodorant. Like I said earlier, the movement was filled with drugs. It prohibited like wild sexual interactions. And during that time, it's like the rates of STDs in like San Francisco soared to 165%.
Woo,
like 165% more. Like, do you understand how ridiculous that is? Like,
gotta double up.
So people free love, have sex with whoever you want to, whomever it is, you know.
Wow.
And this is insane. So your rates are soaring to 165%. Obviously something isn't productive or good about that. Anything that's, you know, the rates are increasing in a bad way, it's not a good thing. So like that movement was alone, it was so destructive.
I was thinking the exact same word.
So my question is there a cost to pay with the sexual liberation / irresponsible sex? And what's the cost?
The cost that people are going to pay is their soul, number one. Number two cost, people are paying right now, just living a stressed out life. They walking around depressed and they like, you know, I think I need to go have sex tonight to free myself. And then they go do it. And then as soon as they get done, they still go right back into anger. They still depressed. They go back and drink some more, try to have some more sex, and then wake up and got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? At that warehouse and sweat all day, or at that call center. And they still depressed. And that sex just ain't getting it. It's only good for the moment. And then when it's over, it is over. Mm. And you back to your reality. People are trying to escape through it. And, you know, it's obvious that, you know, people are sacrificing their personal lives and time while they're here on this earth and this life to, you know, be great and amazing people. They're sacrificing that to be free through sex.
Sex, yeah. However that works.
So yeah, the soul and the life. I guess it's one and the same, but they sacrificing their soul and they giving away their life.
Yeah, just you know.
What's that boy name? Lil Nas X.
Oh,
man, what are you doing?
You see him? Do you see? I'm seeing him on the BET Awards.
No.
Okay.
Hold up.
I didn't watch the BET Awards, but
man, I heard about it. Yeah. And it's like it sounded like somebody just man, this can't be him. He a little boy, you know what I'm saying? Like his brain ain't fully developed yet. He a little kid out here, and y'all they just do this, Lil Nas. Okay, do this.
I'm getting the bag.
Man, but you're losing your soul in the process, man. And when you get old enough to realize that the curtain is going to get pulled, and you're going to see what's behind that curtain.
Keep telling y'all, soul not for sale. So do you see any benefits to the sexual revolution?
No.
Like no good, like you
ain't nothing good came from it. Ain't nothing good came from it. Oh. And when you think about it, that's what's really just tore America apart. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It really separated the men from the women. Well, I can sleep with whoever I want to sleep with.
But you know what it did that was good, I guess?
What?
It made people feel good.
That's a lie. You don't feel good? You lying. If you out here sleeping with everybody talking about you feel good, you lying. I don't care what you say. Yeah, I don't even care. You keep feeling good like you think you feeling good, but man, at the end of the day, you don't feel good as you could. Mm-hmm. You really think you feeling good, yeah. But if you got any anger, you get mad at the stoplight. You got, come on, man. You arguing with somebody on Twitter. You got beef with somebody. It's because you oversexed.
Yeah, it gave you the perception of you feeling good, and in reality, there's something going on in your life that you need to get under control.
For real. Look, I'm gonna make a bold statement here, but if you look at it, you know what I'm saying. From my personal analysis over the years, some of the most promiscuous people, you know what I'm saying, women in particular, be some of the angriest, the most volatile individuals you come across. But y'all, especially them free people, they be so angry. You can't say nothing to them. Like they got the biggest chip on their shoulder. Yeah. They're like, you so free, but be quick to snap and pop off. Be quick. How you free?
How you liberated?
What are you liberating yourself from? Morality? Your morals?
I don't get it. I mean, I guess this has produced things like this sexual revolution has produced things like twerking for liberation, twerking for Black Lives Matter. It's ridiculous. But I don't think it's good.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
It showed the results.
Yeah, the results.
Look at where we was at then and look at where we at now. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do is look at where we was at before, where we at today. And then you can say, hey, this wasn't okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss.
You know, so you guys let us know how you feel. And, you know, disagree, agree, whatever you like, you know, but let us know. You know, we're all about freedom of speech. We want people to really dig into this and talk about it. So, you know, below in the comments, like, subscribe, share. You know, what do you say?
That's what I say. It's all the ops. Chill. I ain't got nothing to say.
You feel me? We out.
You don't like your job, quit, motherfucker. You don't have to work. Working is a choice. I don't go fuck with nobody saying. It's a fucking choice. Don't be getting mad at a customer, especially when they trying to be cool with you. Because I don't be rude to nobody. I understand working in customer service position, but
oh, don't we understand?
Like, nigga, don't be mad at me. Don't kill me. Shit, I just want some fucking tacos from this, you know, this trash ass shit. You mad at me? Like I'm the reason you here. You the one that want to finish high school and shit.
Oh man, the KFC by my house.
I don't even go. I
don't eat there, but when I used to eat that type of food, man, cause customer care is so, customer service is so terrible.
The Sonic too.
Oh, the Sonic, yeah.
They be nice though. They be kind of nice. You know, they be hood as hell. You know, they hood as fuck. You know, but I like them people. I like it, but I be like, damn, it took a while. You know, it took a while.
Sandwich with the wrong side of the bread. Thought I made it by a landslide, but instead I'm still hungover. Sometimes I make the wrong phone call after dark. Sometimes I make the wrong turn, then I have to pause. I know exactly how this ends, but I have